Welcome to Crisis in Perception, where we examine the systems shaping our world, one book at a time. Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary really pulls back the curtain on the massive global cooperation needed to tackle existential threats. It shows us that our survival doesn't depend on a single hero, but on all of us, actually working together. So, how does it all kick off? Well, it's a classic sci-fi setup. You've got one person who wakes up totally alone in space, and he's the last hope for a dying Earth. It's a story we all feel like we've heard before. And the book, it's brilliant. It masterfully plays right into that lone savior idea, that trope we've been taught to love and root for our whole lives. And the solution? It just seems so obvious, right? It's got to come down to the sheer brilliance and bravery of one extraordinary person. What else could it be? The plan looks simple enough on paper. Build this incredible high-tech ship, send one hero on a one-way trip, and he'll fix everything. It's a clean, heroic story. But, that's just the surface. Because the true hero of the story, it's not the man in the ship. Nope, it's the massive, morally messy, and completely essential system that managed to put him there in the first place. This quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of crisis logic. When you're facing total extinction, expertise just becomes absolute authority. All of a sudden, these super complex moral questions have very, very simple answers, and they're all pointed at one single thing: survival. And boy, is there a huge cost. To get that global collaboration, you have to accept absolute authority. To share all that science, you've got to seize intellectual property. And to have one unified goal, well, individuals have to sacrifice their autonomy. These aren't just little compromises. They're framed as necessary sins for the greater good. But the story doesn't stop there. It then asks this absolutely terrifying question. What if a system that harnesses all of humanity's power, all our resources, still isn't enough? I mean, look, this ship is the pinnacle of human achievement. Every single bit of our knowledge, our effort, our coordination, all poured into one single vessel. It is literally our best and only shot. And then you get the twist. The problem is just too big. It's way too complex for one species, even when we're at our absolute best, to solve all by ourselves. Real success, it turns out, requires the system itself to expand, to grow. It has to forge this totally unprecedented alliance with an alien species. And this partnership, it isn't built on culture or shared language. It's built on the shared common ground of science and just pure mutual desperation. Okay, so this leads us to the book's central, game-changing insight. It's a complete reframing of what heroism even means when everything is on the line. Think of it like this. It's not a sprint. It's a relay race. Our hero is just one runner in a vast race that spans entire worlds. Survival isn't about how fast one person can run. It's all about the perfect, successful handoff of knowledge, trust, and effort to the next person or being in line. And honestly, that's the feeling that really sticks with you after you finish this book. It makes you see that responding to a crisis isn't about sitting around and waiting for a hero. It's about building and strengthening the systems that allow all of us to succeed together. It just leaves you wondering, what are the critical handoffs happening in our world right now? Which ones can we absolutely not afford to drop? For the full, long-form deep dive into this book and its ideas, follow the link in the description. If you enjoy this kind of systems-level analysis, please like, subscribe, and comment with books or topics you'd like us to explore next.